All right, new rhythm, focusing on the upbeat stuff. So important things to remember that we went over yesterday. The right hand needs to continue to move at an even pace the entire time. So when you get here to this part of the rhythm, you're going to hit your upstroke, you're going to miss the downstroke, and then hit the upstroke here. So you got to keep that hand moving. Same way you would play this. You'd hit the downstroke here, then you have to move your hand back up, and then hit the downstroke. So you've missed plenty of upstrokes so far. Now it's time to miss some... wait, I said that wrong. Yes, I did say that right. You've missed plenty of upstrokes so far in order to play consecutive downstrokes. Now it's time for the opposite. I forgot the chord name over here. Whoops. Yeah, now it's time to start missing some downstrokes while maintaining the same strumming pace. So make sure you count out loud as we discussed from 60 to at least 120. Keep that hand moving. Tap your foot best you can. Nodding your head along to the click. Very, very good idea. Extremely helpful. And yes, here, so the rhythm does look a little different, but it is mathematically the same. So here we got, that's 3 eighth notes in a row, just like right here. So we see everything in beat number 1, 2 eighth notes in a row, 2 eighth notes in a row. Here we have an eighth note. That's an eighth note. Here is an eighth note tied to an eighth note. And remember, 2 eighth notes long, or 2 eighth notes, is the same length as 1 quarter note. So in a quarter note, we have 2 eighth notes, at least the span of 2 eighth notes. So quarter note is the same length as 2 eighth notes. And in this case, we hit that eighth note, and we let that ring out for 1 additional eighth note. And here we can see that we're not strumming on the downbeat of 3, but we are on the upbeat of 3. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's play it. So 1 and 2 and 4. 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 Done. Alright, 90. Let's go 120. We can do that for the eighth notes. Well, I just got done doing triplet stuff, so I'm used to going up in a different way. So 120 next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, number 2, very similar to number 1. Just doing a quarter note at the beginning instead of 2 eighth notes to start. Back to 60. 1, 2, and 4. 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 Done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 180 for the repeats. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so just a reminder on the chord stuff. So the voicing for the add nines, at least starting on the E and the A string, very important to remember this because it's going to help you out. It goes like this. This is 1, 5, 9, 3. 1, 5, 9, 3. So to make it a minor add 9, we got to take the 3 and flat that. So you're going to bar. And then we also have a minor add flat 9. So you would have this, and then flat the 9. Then you also have a diminished add flat 9. So you need to get into that diminished shape, and then raise that octave up a half step. So another way of looking at it, you can start with the major chord to make a C add 9. It's the same way you did the power chord into the suspended second. 100% the same way. You just now have the full chord here, full chord. You have this bigger chord. Then I got the 1, 5, 1, 3. Right? Take the octave of the root note, raise it up a whole step. You got yourself a major add 9. Now let's say we have a minor chord. Again, take the octave of the root note, raise it up a whole step. Now you got a minor add 9. You want a minor add flat 9. Raise the octave of the root note up a half step. You want the diminished add flat 9. You start with the diminished chord. Octave of the root note, raise it up a half step. So, yeah, the voicing is the same, starting on the E string and the A string. Now, when you're going through this and you get to the F add 9 on the low E string, we're going to play it up here. Everything else, you're going to kind of go in order like we usually do, and then go way up here so we can actually play the thing, and then go back down here for the G add 9. So, everything else is fine. Starting on the A string. Now when you start on the D string, the voicing for that chord, just the notes are in order. Intervals are in order. So here we got the 1, 3, 5, 9. 1, 3, 5, 9. So it's all in order. So, yeah, so there's your major add 9, minor add 9, you flat that third. Minor add flat 9, you flat the 9. The diminished one, you'd have to flat the 5, which is on the B string. So you gotta take a second to look at that guy. Another way you can do this is, let's see. Nah, that wouldn't work too well. That's kind of a pain in the butt. You can start with the minor chord there. You know, it's actually easier just to look at it from the minor, add flat 9, and then flat the 5. You just got to really think about what's going on there, because you can't just maintain the shape. You got to look at, well, what stays there. It's really just the B string note needs to go down. Everything else needs to stay put. So that one might be a little tough to figure out. But I think that covers it. So any questions, let me know. And I will see you again next week.